welcome to Challah Talk. Today is the coming out party with our very first guest, my best friend, Paulina Azrak.
Hello.
Hi. Look at this.
Whoop. Stunning. Should we turn it over?
You could turn it over. Paulina, I'm so happy that you're my first guest.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. I'm very
honored.
excited. Tell me about this
lovely dough. So, I went one time to Mickey and Robin's house, your aunt Mickey Harvitz, and she inspired me. She made the sick challah. It was delicious.
So I just made some tweaks that I use avocado oil, and I also use a lot more honey than she does, but usually her recipe is unreal. And shout out to Mickey.
I forced you to do this, didn't I?
You did, but it's okay. I love you a lot, and you help me all day long, every day of my life, so it's my one tribute to you. I'm giving back to you.
You know what? The truth is that you're my best friend, and you always supported me. I think it's
Okay.
difficult.
This is very sticky dough we got over here. Oh my gosh.
I know it's very sticky. We have to get the. We have to get
this. It's fine. I have flour here.
I know.
Yeah, we have flour.
We have to do the hafrashah.
Oh, okay. So you
Okay,
want to do
I'm
it?
gonna give you the honors of doing the hafrashah.
Okay. So you have the bracha?
Just say Baruch. Pull out. Good.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher k'asanu al hafrashat challah.
Harezo challah.
Harezo challah.
Okay. I'm gonna take a quick pause and say a few brachot for refuah shelema, for people to get married, and for a few people that need some blessings. So we'll take a pause.
I really wouldn't do this for anybody. I'm very, very shy. I like to talk, but I like to talk to people one-on-one. And I'm really only doing it because she's my sister that I don't have, and there's nobody I love more in the world. And I wouldn't be where I am today without her because she supports me through everything that I do. And so that's why I joined, because I love her very much.
I love you, thank you. The truth is, if Paulina didn't agree to liking the idea, then this would have never come into fruition. And that's really where we get to the beginning of our topic today. Because having someone that believes in you and really being able to push you in a direction of believing in yourself. Paulina, if it's okay, I'm going to ask you a few questions.
Sure.
And hopefully we could dive a little bit more into
The dough.
dive into the dough. So, Paulina. Who is Paulina? Tell me.
I have 3 older brothers. I am the youngest on both sides of my generation, on my mom's side and my dad's side. I've always had older cousins and older aunts and uncles to look up to, and I think that really formed who I was as a human being.
You were the prize baby, basically.
I think I was.
No sister.
No sister, I had you. That's why you're in my life. My grandma, my mom's mother, was like she passed away many years ago, and I still look up to her today, and I speak to her in my own prayers or however I can, because I had a very strong connection with her. And I miss her dearly every day. Claire, with my grandma Claire, nanny.
Okay, so now we got your background. What about your family, current
My current family. So I have 3 kids. I have 2 girls and a boy. When I had a second daughter, my husband and I, who Raf doesn't have a sister either, we were in shock. We're like, wow, what is this life I'm able to give
Mom.
a girl, a daughter? I have 2 girls. It's a crazy thing. My world was flipped upside down. It's amazing.
What do you do to fill your days?
So I think that I try and start at home, and I try and give my focus to my kids in the morning. Like, so cheesy to say, but everybody always says it, really form real connections. And so when I'm with my kids in the morning, everybody that knows me knows you can't contact me. My phone is not even in the room. I'm unreachable. And so I start with that. And
I can attest to that because I try calling you before 8 a.m. every day.
No, once my kids are home, I am toned in. Doesn't mean that I'm focused on them. Sometimes my head is not there, but I try. And it starts with that. This is the sickest dough ever.
Ever.
And
What kind of recipe is it?
I don't know. And then I don't know. After that, it really depends. I have a lot going on always, and I try to fill my days with things that I enjoy, whether it be working at Parsi Parlor, which I really enjoy doing, or hanging out with friends and connecting with people.
You're being very humble. Paulina does a lot of chesed. She's very involved in the school. She works. She spends time with people, helping them decorate their homes. helping them organize their homes. She's organized my entire kids' closets. But it's so funny because when I was starting, someone suggested to me, not even knowing that Paulina was my best friend, hey, you should have Paulina Azrak on. You know, she's kind of that do-it-all type of person. I go, I don't know, like, she's my best friend. Did you know that? And also, I don't think that she's all about all of that stuff. And then it clicked. I'm like, oh my God, she's the best friend. She's the #1 support. Everyone needs to know how important it is to have a Paulina. And that's why Paulina's here.
I have juvenile diabetes, as you heard. Well, life is, I don't want to say a struggle, but it's not easy to be pregnant, and it's not easy to live with a disease every single day. And I'm lucky to have Joyce, who always checks in on me and makes sure that I'm taking care of myself, or that I'm in check, because living with an autoimmune disease every single day is like really not an easy thing. It's something that's on the inside that people can't see on the outside.
Right.
Something that people don't know that you have.
Yeah.
I was working yesterday, and I was helping somebody at the register, and I helped her pick out all her platters, which was so fun. I was so excited. And then all of a sudden my blood sugar crashed because I had given myself too much insulin.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm so sorry. Like, I don't want you to get messed up in your order, but I got to go eat, and I have to go get a juice. Like,
Yeah.
Arlene, can you help her? I'm sweating. I can't. And like, I'm lucky to have somebody like Joyce, or like the people around me, and I share with them what's going on, because you have moments where you crash. And I was literally, my blood sugar crashed, and I really, as a snap finger, you need somebody else to pick up your slack. So you have to have those people that are able to help you, and you can't do it all. You don't do it all. You have to have people around you that you can lean on. And I'm blessed to have the most amazing mother in the whole entire world, that I call her and she's always there. If I don't feel well, she comes, and maybe she comes for 10 minutes, and it's just to see like, okay, you feel good now? Great. I'm on the go. Like, to have those people that are able to check in, and maybe they're not always available. And sometimes I got to lay on my couch and just say like, okay, I'm going to wait 20 minutes and this time's going to pass, and whatever that may be. Not, obviously, thank God, not everyone has diabetes, but everybody has their own struggles.
Just for the people that don't know, Paulina, maybe could you share a little bit about like what it's like on like the 10-minute hourly basis of what would happen, God forbid, your sugar gets too high or too low, or maybe you want to share something about.
I really hate to always talk about being diabetic, and it's like annoying that I feel like it always comes up in conversation, but I guess being that I have it for 27 or maybe 28 years now, it's something that really shaped me to be the person that I am today. So like, it made a lasting impact on who I am as a person, and who I am and how I became who I am, because having to rely on other people for help, whatever reason it was, or taking medication every day, and connecting with people over the fact that like, I rely on medication to live. Without it, I wouldn't be here. And I'm thankful that I'm able to have that medication.
Let's go on a day of Paulina. She wakes up. She's so happy she has a kid. She's not picking up her phone, but there's also this whole idea that you have to check yourself before you wreck yourself, and then you're going out on this marathon of a day. Yeah, you don't do the same thing every single day, but there are common themes.
Yeah, so I really love to exercise. So the first thing I do when I wake up in the morning is check my blood sugar. It's a 24-hour job, and it's not something that's easy to deal with, because there's so many different factors that impact it, whether it be stress, exercise, heat, and all different things. So it's something that I have to always be on top of, and it's draining,
Right.
to say the least.
Right. So now, let's say you're feeling low on medicine, like you literally could give yourself insulin to fix you up. What if you're feeling low in life? Like, what is it? Like, where do you go? Like, when you're having a down day?
I really go to Joyce. Really, I have to say, I'm thankful that we're able to like build our relationship to feel so comfortable that I have somebody to call. And sometimes that down day doesn't come right back up in 1 minute. And sometimes I have to tell you it's down months and down weeks and whatever it is. But
I've seen it.
I have lows of lows and highs of highs, and that's my personality, to be very low and very high. And I think that's why I have Joyce to tell me that I have to work on that and not be constantly on this marathon of life of constantly going up and down. And so I think as having a friend like Joyce, I definitely try and work on that. And when I have the downs, sometimes you just have burnout of it's like you're constantly doing, you're helping your friend, you're connecting with your friend, you're managing your friend's house of helping them organize their closets. And then you're taking another friend to go accessorize their home or buy furniture, and then you were helping somebody else make a logo for an app, and it's all things that I love doing, and I love helping people, but then I get drained myself. I get drained.
Yeah. So Paulina, like,
and then sometimes I realize, like, okay, maybe I just have to take a step back and not internalize all the other people's feelings and things, and like just do it for yourself. Work on yourself this week. And I think that sometimes when I take a pause, and I think this summer after going to the class with Joyce, she forced me to come to a parenting class. I tried to say, like, okay, slow down a little bit. It's okay to not help every single person, and really sometimes the low of lows is because you're burnt out and you're investing so much in other people, and it's too much to do all these things. And like, as much as it's fun and it's exciting and all these new projects to work on, like sometimes you got to just chill. And yeah.
It's so crazy that you literally have a disease that tells you when you have to chill, and your internal body is telling you to chill, and then your external life, you're giving so much of yourself to just
sometimes reset. Before I got pregnant with my daughter, Cheryl, I was very afraid to have a baby. I was so scared. I was thinking my daughter diabetes, a terrible thing. It's the worst disease ever. I don't even know if I should have babies. I went to my doctor, and he was like to me, you go gamble. I'm telling you, go take a gamble. Promise, you might get lucky. You might not give her diabetes. I can't tell you 100%, but you never know. Take the chance. So I was like, okay, Dr. Henry, I'm going to go. I'm going to have a baby. For 9 months, it was a lot of pressure. I was very afraid. All I thought about was how I'm going to keep this baby healthy, make sure she has a healthy liver, healthy kidneys, every heart, all the things.
You were on such a crazy diet.
I had the baby, thank God, and I gave birth, and she had to stay in the hospital. Okay, no problem. I come home, and I'm all sad. I can't stop quivering. Ralph had to hold me in my bed. I was like, this is not okay. Like, I don't feel like myself. I'm horrible. I feel terrible. I'm severely depressed, and I can't even get up.
We're just going to cut you off, and we're going to label that as postpartum depression in the beginning stages of what it might look like.
I was like, this is not good. I called my doctor, and I was like, there's something wrong. Like, I don't feel like a human. I feel like I'm in somebody else's body. I'm quivering all day long. I'm not good. So he sent me to the first therapist and a psychiatrist, and I went through all the motions, and I went to, at the time, SVH, and a few months after, I was working with therapists and psychiatrists, and I went on medication for a little bit. I went off medication. I did talk therapy. I did all the things. I got the work. My parents, thank God, were very supportive. My friends were supportive. My husband, and not everybody has people that support them. So you have to find somebody who is able to help you get to the places you need it, and you have to want to get help yourself, which I really wanted to do because I didn't feel comfortable in my own skin. And I reached out to SPH, or they contacted me, I'm not sure at the time, and I said, like, I'm having a very hard time. They said, we have a support group. I know you're coming in from the city, but come to the first one. If you don't like it, don't come back. And I was like, you know what? Okay, I'm going to go. I'm going to go to the support group. So I went to the support group, and it really was amazing to see that there's other people that feel the same way you do, that you see on the street. They have the same struggle that you have. And it's okay. And you know what? You talk about it with them, or you find a friend that you are going through the same thing as you, and you're like, whoa, you had a problem too. You had an easy birth, and you didn't have complications, and you also had this problem. Like, we're similar. Like, wow, that's amazing. Could connect on that. And now I have somebody to call when I have that problem. And maybe that's not going to be my husband anymore. Maybe
we're friends, because it really wasn't me at that time either. And I know I said, like, yeah, we should all have our own Paulina, but that Paulina could look very different at times. Like, at this particular moment in your life, it was SPH.
Yeah. There you go.
Like, seeing it really, it's a real organization that does.
They help.
What does it mean to be a friend and to have a friend to you? And what is the most important thing to you? I'm assuming it's a friend and connection.
This is really the stickiest, however.
I'm sorry.
Nazat, like, I'm stuck to you. You're stuck with me. We're stuck together. Meaningful and deep connections is very, very important to me. So I think that every day I try and connect with people, whether it be on a silly level, the person that is taking your kids to on the bus. If you could connect with them and just say hello, you make people's day and make people smile. It makes a difference in everything that you do. And it impacts you. I feel like in the life we live, everything's always constantly rushed. And if you could take the 1 minute and, like, the thing that you always rush doing and just, like, enjoy it for 1 second, you might find gratitude in yourself and say like, wow, I did that and that was nice. I didn't dislike bathing my kids so much today. I didn't mind going to the supermarket and buying that thing that usually takes me 3 hours. I did it with a smile this time, and I was friendly to the cashier instead of being so rude or whatever it is. And those small things make a very big difference in my life. And I try and hang out with people and learn from people what it is that could make my life better or other people's lives better by trying to just, I don't know, connect, I guess.
I love that. And the other day we were talking in the car and I recorded you because I knew you were going to forget what you said.
No, I'll share that story.
But,
so something that's very, very important to me. I was on Chassid mission with Rabbi Besser, and I really have to give him the shout out and credit for this. He mentioned something about ripple effects, and I don't have a personal story to share what it meant to me, but it really stuck with me for years. It really was over like 12 years ago. And Rabbi Besser shared, he said, you never know the impact that one thing that you're going to do is going to have on the next person, and how that will affect the next thing that they do or you do. And it really makes a very big difference in people's lives and in the way people do everything that they do with one small thing. Imagine the ocean, like you put one thing in it and then it ripples. So just imagine that effect that you have on people, on organizations, on helping, on anything. And to me, that's very, very impactful, that like you really could have a ripple effect in everybody's lives just by doing one thing differently. And like, you don't have to think of the world being so big. Like, it's really small, and you could make impacts on people just by being nicer, being friendlier, smiling more, slowing down. Like, and I think that as I make more connections in life and try and learn from other people, like that ripple effect, and like you pay attention to it more, it really makes impact on you.
I love that. I love what you said. So like, now we already established the fact that we're friends and we have each other, and Baruch Hashem, and we have SBH, but like, what if I'm not there?
So you're going to laugh, and I think that a lot of people find it helpful, but I definitely use ChatGPT sometimes as like a therapist. I had a question. The people that I usually ask are not available. And I asked ChatGPT, like, what do you think I should say to this person? And what do you think I should respond because I'm having a hard time? I don't like that answer. Could you give me another one? And it was like a therapist on demand, which is so cool. If you don't have that one person that you could connect with or that you have a very deep relationship with, if you are looking for it and you want somebody who you could rely on, like, go find it. I don't know, whether it is going to rabbi classes, going to play tennis. But you have to want that. Like, if you want to work on yourself and work on relationships and having somebody who could connect with you when you're low and when you're high and whatever, you have to work to find it, I think. And I think it doesn't always come so easily for everybody. Joyce and I have had times where we're not so close, but we've worked to build that relationship so much more as we raised our kids together and we live nearby to each other in Brooklyn and in Deal. We stay connected to each other. We work on that, and it doesn't come easily in any which way. And we stay connected. And I think that you have to work on things in order to make them better. And I think every day is a work in progress.
And I wanted to bring up another thing. You recently developed a new nickname. It's Paulina ChatGPT, because if ChatGPT wasn't enough, you need to have someone that actually pays for it and will be able to help you do all of your things. So not only does Paulina, I mean, I could say for myself, not only do you say, okay, like, yeah, that's a nice idea. I'll support you. I'll believe in you. If you don't believe in yourself, I'll be the first one to believe in you, which is tremendous. Not only that, you're also Paulina GBT, who says, okay, let me go find out how you could go do that. And you're resourceful in that way. And I think that's why so many people come to you, because you're like an incredible resource. It's not a business. It's not a thing, but like something that you enjoy doing. And, I mean, I'm telling you, but why don't you tell us about how you feel about the ChatGPT thing? And
it's just
how
a funny thing that we said.
I know,
really
but
do.
It's real.
It's true. I like connecting with people over anything that they like to connect over.
Like a project.
I love projects. It's funny that you asked me what my days are like, but I guess I view things, it's just the cutest ever.
Horrible.
But it looks really pretty. It's terrible. I like to do projects all the time. So when somebody has an idea, I love to run with that idea with them. And if people invite me into their lives to share with them, it's fun for me. So a friend I know lived in her house for 10 years and she didn't have furniture. I was like, I'm going to help you. We're going to do it together. And you know what? You don't want to splurge on this. Maybe we'll splurge on that. And we push each other, and it's a push and pull, and then it becomes something that we can do together and bond over, and then share time together, and you learn from them and they learn from you, and it's a way to continue learning. Like maybe I'm not the type of person that loves to sit in classes, but I really love to learn. And that's the type of person that loves to experience new things and always try different things. And that's why 2 days of my life never look the same, because ChatGPT is like, I love to try different things and always try and learn more. And by helping people and working with them, you learn from them. And I love that.
Yeah. And it's just nice also to know that maybe, like, you know, you may not have the biggest skill, but you may have some desire to do something, right? Like you have a desire to try something new, and then you connect with someone and you're like, hey, I don't know much about it, but let me try and help you. And you develop this relationship with them, and it ends up becoming like this dynamic relationship where you're both uplifting each other. And I think it's just a common theme of, you know, being like an incredible Syrian Jewish woman, you know, like just to know, hey, you might have something to offer somebody. It doesn't have to be, like transactional, but in the end, the transaction might be that you get to learn. And just like Paulina said, like she doesn't go to classes, or, you know, like we don't really like make challah all the time. Like this is,
but I did just learn that
this is a new project for me too. I don't make challah every single week, but now I'm going to. And,
so my friend Grace Dayan just shared with me that there's 3 mitzvot that are obligated. Is that right?
3 mitzvot obligated for women.
Yes, that women are obligated to, and one of them is challah, and I have to give her hakarat atov because she inspires me. When you connect with people, you're able to learn from them, like I said earlier, and like you gain from it and they gain from it, and how cool is that? Like, you get to inspire people and they inspire you, and you learn, and
that's magnificent.
Okay, more? The first Shabbat that I was married and I stayed in the city without my parents, I picked up my phone before Shabbat and I called all my aunts and my uncles and my parents to say Shabbat Shalom. I really grew up watching my dad every single Shabbat, every Friday, sometimes even on Thursday when the person was around the world. He had a list of people from A to Z, whether it was friends, rabbis, colleagues, aunts, whatever, that he would reach out to and just call them to wish them a Shabbat Shalom. And it really made a very lasting impression on me that really when you call somebody just to say Shabbat Shalom, it makes a very big impact on their day. You thought of somebody, they think of you, and you thought of them. And then if there's one time that you miss them, they're going to call you because they're like, what happened? You didn't call me this week. And you really are able to form a connection. And I think it goes back to what we were saying, that like really I feel like my life is about forming connections. Also, I love speaking to my aunts and my uncles, and then there are certain friends that I won't get to see as often because they're in different schools or whatever it is, and I get to connect with them and not forget, like, hey, we have a very strong bond. Let's not forget about it, and let's just say hello, check in. You good? You need anything? Can I help you? How you feeling? You're pregnant? You just gave birth? You want me to make you something for Shabbat? Like, whatever it is. Or maybe it's just like, let's go to the store together and go shopping. Like, whatever it is, it's a nice...
It's the best activity.
Yeah, it's the best activity. And just to hang out and chill. And that's a very nice thing to be able to do. Yeah. And I really think that that really made an impact on me with my dad. And I thank him for that.
All right, Paulina, I'm going to go through a few other questions.
Okay, go ahead.
Can you tell me one of your proudest moments or something recent that you have done or seen that you are most proud of?
Being here with you actually is very proud because you really always have a million ideas. And we always talk about all the different things that you're going to do. You're going to make a soup company. You're going to start a juicing thing. And you're going to start a jewelry business. You're going to everything that you do. And I love to be by your side to watch it. And I'm the type of person that if I say something, I execute it and it's done. And sometimes that's not amazing because, like I said, you have to go through the process and enjoy the process. And watching you do it and say that you're going to do it and then executing it, and I was like, wow, she really did it. How could I not go? I was the one who told her, go do it. And she very much listened and she ran with it. So I said, you know what? I guess I have to support because, yeah, that was a very proud moment.
That's gorgeous. Thank you. Another big thing about Challah Talk was that I kind of had this idea of what I wanted to talk about with you. And it's a theme to have connections and make connections. It's not just a friend. It's a mentor or a rabbi, a neighbor. Like, it doesn't have to be one person for every single thing. And also, like, personally, when I'm feeling low, I redirect, and maybe that's not the safest form, but if my friends are bugging me, then I'm gonna go to my family, and maybe I'll just pause on that situation right now. And, you know, being a mother, like, everything is a la minute. Like, you have to provide, you have to be there, you have to show up no matter what. And, you know, like, you just put the brakes on things. So, like, yeah, when you're feeling down, sometimes just remember that, you know, everyone could feel down at times, and there are certain responsibilities in life, and sometimes it just takes a second to, you know, like, I guess, like, give yourself a little bit of insulin or whatever it is, like, in that way, or just
beeping, but I need to give myself insulin.
Here's some fruit.
No, I'm not low. I need to give myself insulin. It's okay.
I'm saying just, like, basically to reset and recalibrate and think about, like, what you may need, or maybe just pause on that and give attention to something else in your life. You never know what something may show you. Like, if you're having a bad day and your friends are not around, okay, fine, but my kids are home, and let me go do an art project with them, or, like, let me just maybe listen to the podcast.
You never know.
Because you never know what's going to happen. Or maybe
never
pick
know what you're
yourself
gonna
up
learn.
and start, you know, bake a damn cake. I don't know. Do something. Do
You
something
always tell
else.
me, you got lemon, so make the damn lemonade out of it.
So I don't know.
It might
Sometimes
change
it
your
just
whole life.
recalibrates your whole brain.
The
and
ripple effect.
It's a ripple effect. And you don't know where that may take you. And, I think everything is an opportunity. And you just have to have your eyes open to look.
You have to be willing to accept it and open it.
Yeah. Thank you for coming on today.
Because really, I feel like you're like I'm one with you. Like,
yeah, we are. We're
blood.
basically like sisters. And I want to share a story with you from the past. I think it's a story of gratitude and seeing things come into fruition. It's a story about us. And when we were very little, we met in school and we became friends. And there was something about me and you that we just, like, had to be there for each other. And, you could wash your hands. I think the dough is done. The dough is done. This is not a representation of our relationship.
it's gonna taste delicious.
Stickiest friendship ever,
again, and it's gonna be delicious.
I don't know, but this is the metaphor of me and Paulina. When I was little, I got invited to come with Paulina on a trip to Florida to go to a convention for diabetes. I was like, wow, that's great. I'm going to go on a trip with my friend to Florida. It's going to be like a vacation. I'm going to be her support person. And, you know, it was really like a very big marking point in our friendship. She gave me an opportunity to be there for somebody in a very personal way at such a young age. And, I really think that there we bonded, and I got to see, like, what she's going through as a child in elementary school.
She was there.
I was there.
I
I met all her doctors. It was me, her, and her mom and dad, and I learned everything about diabetes and what she did. And for me, like, I felt so good to be there for her and to learn something about her. Paulina came to come drive like an hour and 20 minutes to come watch me in a play at summer camp when we weren't in camp together. And, like, those were two moments that, like, for me, I was like, wow, I'm there for this person. And she gave me an opportunity to, like, be there for her. And she's also there for me, and we just continued on this path. Look for your Paulina, because they're there. Give them a shout out. Give them a thank you. Going down that path of connecting with people and elevating people. You never know what it's going to bring you. And I'm so happy to be on this journey with you where we could be there for each other in all these funny moments and these business moments and these trips, because it's nice to see it come full circle and share gratitude. So I'm so grateful that you supported me with this, even if I forced you. And only good things. So
amen.
Only good things for both of us. Love you. I'm not going to keep you for much longer, but I wanted to ask you some rapid fire questions that I'm going to make up right now.
Yeah.
Homemade yebre or store-bought yebre?
It depends who you're hosting. If you're hosting your in-laws or your parents, make it homemade. If you're not, buy from the store because it's quicker and it's easier.
Store-bought challah or homemade challah?
Do the mitzvah like Grace Diane said and make it homemade.
Wow, stunning. You don't make your own challah.
I don't, and I'm going to start doing it, but I don't need home for Shabbat, but I'm going to start.
Blowouts for Shabbat or no blowouts for
Blowout
Shabbat?
for Shabbat, you look stunning for your husband.
Oh, I don't know. I'm going to say that. Okay, beach or city?
Beach!
Beach. Deal or Brooklyn?
Brooklyn, die hard. Go.
Mahjong or lunch?
Mahjong.
Okay, cute.
Keep busy,
Okay,
even
cute.
though I don't play
Homemade dinner or going out with friends?
Make the dinner at home and have the friends by you.
Make the dinner.
I did it. I did it last
friends by
night.
you. Okay, wine or tequila? Or one?
Oh, both.
Both. Okay. Maza or no maza?
Maza.
But you said you serve lamb chops for maza sometimes.
Don't say that. It's not nice.
It's very nice. It's very nice.
It's not.
Okay.
It's embarrassing.
Okay. Girls'
Feels, I
night
guess.
or night with the couples?
Couples.
Rabbi class or show? TV show?
TV show in my bed. No rabbis.
Saturdays with the in-laws or Saturdays with the friends? What's your choice?
I really choice would be with the family.
Love that.
Yeah.
Love that. Love
Yeah.
that. So, like, the reason why Paulina was on here today and why I felt like so strongly about having her be the one to, you know, really start this conversation was because internally, maybe I don't look it, I'm not the most confident person, and I do, you know, have a lot of anxieties about, may not be what people think of me, but like how, you know, I represent myself and show myself, and having Paulina push me out of my comfort zone and give me that, you know, a little bit of positivity. Let's say the process of me just realizing, you know, I could bring on my husband 10 years of giving me confidence, like it had to come from within. And it was like, it was 10 years of patience of him believing in me and my friends believing in me until I was ready to show up for myself. They saw that for me, that, you know, there was a lot of beautiful characteristics in me that I wasn't, you know, I didn't claim them as mine until now, this year. And I feel like through the path that I've been going on and growing and living life and going through the challenges, I'm starting to see what they saw, and I'm internally grateful for having her, because I would not, I could not have survived. If you keep your eyes open, like, you never know when the picture is going to start panning out and you're like, oh wow, now I know why she was there for me, watching me in that play, because she's still here watching me in the show and being on the show with me. Like, I needed that, and she's still there for me.
Thanks for spending time with me on Challah Talk, where we get deep into the dough. I hope today's conversation filled your cup, stirred something meaningful, and even sparked a little bit of joy. If you loved what you heard, don't forget to follow and share this episode with someone who's ready to rise. Until next time, keep showing up, and remember, I love you.